Hey everyone, I don't know who this video is for. I don't know who I'm making it for. I'm just making it. I just need to talk because it's early in the morning. I'm in Santa Marta, Colombia. I'm worried. I'm concerned. Have to make a decision, which I think I've made already, but it's tough. So I'm in Santa Marta. I've come here. I'm following my dream. I love my passion, which is to help other people. And so labor is so cheap over here that it makes no sense not to get people to work. But as I spend more time with the population, it's like I see why some of these girls end up in situations or why they fall into prostitution. It's like, and I'm talking about like good people who had parents and stuff, like, not like people who were from the street, like if people went to school and are in college and trying to. Like the situations are so hard. There's one of the girls that's working for me. Her dad is got sick. He's the only person that was bringing money. The mother, they're separated, and he's taking care of his two daughters. And then he got sick. Ended up spending like a couple weeks in the hospital. Everybody's worried. Money's not coming in, and they're already poor anyways. And then you get in this situation. So the one girl that was working for me and said, hey, why don't you hire? I'm like, I can't really hire nobody right now. Like I got one person. I just need to focus on my business and what I need. Especially earlier this year, somebody, I went to my house and I lost a whole bunch of computers. So I don't have that many computers anyways to give her. Well, you just come meet you. Like they're so hungry for the job, and I get it. I didn't understand it at that time. And I'm like, all right, okay, she's nice, and she's like, I can cook, I can clean. That will allow the other girl to do more work and all this stuff. I'm like, let me put you in my charity because I see you need the help. She started learning the program. She's super like, I want to be a coach. Like she's super like great, super smart. I'm like, all right, but I don't want to hire them, but I don't need them. And she's like, okay, I'll work for half. I'm like, oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, half is like $150 a month. And I'm like, I can't pay you for $150 a month, and you're working 8 hours all this time, and it's like, but she's like, I'm the only one bringing money in the house. I'm the only one. My dad's not working. Like, please, I need the job. I'm like, all right, cool. I give him the job, and you go keep doing the program, learning the stuff. She's, going through the steps. She's transforming herself, having engaged character building, all these things. And I'm like, after like 2 weeks, it's like, I try to tell her, okay, just wait, because because after she cooks and cleans, I don't have a computer, and then I feel kind of like, okay, somebody shouldn't be in my charity and also benefiting me. I feel like that's kind of like a conflict of interest. I want to keep them separated, but it's like they're such in a dire situation. So when she didn't it was basically like Saturday. I'm like, okay, maybe another time, or like this is not working out, like it's not worth it, and she comes on Monday to talk, and then she goes back home. Her dad is sick at home now, but she's the one he can't work. Her dad's like, how come you're not working? Oh, they just gave me the day off. She doesn't have the courage to tell her dad that she got fired or she got laid off. She doesn't know what to do. Tuesday, she still comes. Okay, what do you want me to do? Like, I'm like, oh my goodness. And she's a good person. It's like, that's what's so bad. Like, she didn't do anything wrong. It's just, I don't really want to mix my charity, because if she's a beneficiary of the charity, with the job. And I don't really need her that much. I do need her. I could use her. But it's like, she's asking for so little. I feel bad. Like, I can't pay you that little bit of money for all this work. Like, I feel like I'm abusing her on top of that. So that's the problem. But then I see, like, dang, these people really need help. She's trying to get medicine. And I see how she would end up, like, sleeping with somebody. And she's not that type of person. She has her dignity. She has her pride. She won't do that. But if it's to save her dad's life, who's the only person in her life, wouldn't she do it? And I don't want her to end it. So I'm like almost giving her the job so she doesn't end up in that situation, so she doesn't do that. And it's such a little, like, when these girls can go to Cartagena or these places and they can make $100 in one night. Here she is working for 125 and it's not like they're not attractive. She's a beautiful girl that can do that, but she won't do that because of her character. And it's just the people are asking for a little bit of money. Another one's just like, look, I need to pay my subscription. Like, she doesn't pay her entrance fee into college to go to university. There's another girl. Then she loses. She can't go to school. How much is he asking for? $25. $25 is such an important thing. I have the money, but I'm like, yes, but I can't. This is outside of realm of work. I can't be giving you stuff. But it's like, you can't not help them either because they're trying to help themselves. And I see why, like, especially in Santa Marta, there's like people, they're prostitutes for like $25, and it's like, geez, I don't want to get in a situation where I can't save everybody. And I don't want to get in a situation where I'm always like, I'm giving money all the time. And even when they work, like you work, you have your stuff, but the money I paid her for work is gone before she even gets it because they have so many problems. Or their own parents are like, hey, I need $20. Hey, I need, even though they're working, it's just like in survival mode. So people just don't understand, and I'm understanding clear what people go through when they're in these situations. And it's heartbreaking. Like, it brings tears to my eyes. It's like, people don't get it. Like, it's hard, and they go through these situations. Would you, watching this, sleep with somebody to save your child, to save your parents, to say, like, if they were gonna die, would you do it? Like, with somebody that, let's say, somebody that's your friend or somebody that's not too bad or whatever, like, whatever justifications. I don't judge them when I see them and doing these situations because I don't know their situation. And I'm seeing people close to me in situations where they're like begging for $20 because $20 is something over there. Can you imagine, like, you're paying $25 to get you into college, or like helps you get the subscription in or whatever, application, whatever. And it's complicated. So I don't know. I have to make a decision. Well, I'm gonna have to bring her back because I can't. She's a good person. I can't let her on the street like that for that little bit of money. But I just like, and then she's like, look, I'll come 2 hours early. I'm like, oh my God, quit offering me stuff. Like, she's like, I'll come work 2 hours early for half the money. And this is minimum wage. Minimum wage for a whole month is like $300, like $350 or $300. That's how much that's the minimum wage. Like, and they're willing to get half of that, which is probably illegal for me to pay somebody that little. And I'm like, oh my God, this is terrible. But you can't save everybody, and everybody has, like, so many has these problems. And so, I don't know. I'm just reaching out to you guys to just say, it's not easy out here. When you see somebody in some situations, don't judge them. It's not because they're lazy. It's because of lack of opportunity. And that's why I want to provide that charity with creating an opportunity for them, creating a transformation, helping them chase their dreams and do it powerfully. But they just don't have the support. Man, men and women don't have the support. And what's worse about it, I know there's a long video. I'm just going to say this last part. People in the States, they see me in Colombia, they see me traveling, they're like, oh, you're out having fun. And for that, they think that there's no way I'm supporting you. You're having fun. You're having a good time. Well, the rest of us is out here working 9 to 5, and you're out there doing stuff, And then people think that they have the right to, like, rob you or hurt you because of that. Like, it's just crazy. Like, people not understanding that, like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's just tough. But people assume that everything is Dory. Like, yeah, you're getting somebody in their misery. It's okay to have fun. It's okay to be like, hey, relax. Here, have a beer. You've been struggling. Relax. Have a good time. And something that they don't get. Like, we're about to do a thing. We're trying to feed like 300, 500 kids in the mountains who never has eaten pizza in their life. Only seen pizza on TV. They've only seen a hamburger on TV. That would be like, wow, I want to eat that. What does that taste like? And to be able to provide that for them, yes, it's fun. You're giving them fun. You're giving them escape from their problems. And I want to provide long-term solutions for that as well. But anyways, sorry for the long video. I just had to get this off my chest. It's hard. And I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep helping as many people as I can. And the deeper I get into each person is like, dang, this person really needs the help. Like, they're really struggling, especially if your family member is like needs medicine or they'll die. And then you're like giving them so little. You know, like the one girl I had, the other girl I had hired, by the time I paid her, she had already took so many advances out of the stuff. Like even for transportation, even like $1 to get to catch a moto to come to work. It's like all these little things. By the time, and then like, oh, I have this emergency here, I have the emergency there. By the time it's payday, they're not there. All the money already ran out because they already took advances out on it. And it's stuff that's so little that you can't like deny them $20 to go to college. You can't deny them $20 to buy medicine for their dad. You know, it's just tough. And so it's like I want to pay them more. I've been there than the minimum wage. I want to do better. I want to pay them like $300 a week. I want to do this something better for them, you know. But I just can't by myself. Can't do it. So if you're listening to this video and you want to support, I mean, I'm not like I don't have all these stuff and all these programs and stuff. I just, people that I see that I want to help, I want to support with $100 here, $150 there, that could make a huge difference. If you want to support, just go ahead and support, man. Like, hit me up, send $100. I had a friend, he sent $500 recently, man. That was like such a blessing. That's able to do so much, and even like hire them and train them and like spend, give them tasks and say, hey, do this, do that. It's not just giving them money. You got to give them stuff to do and work on their character, work on their development. Are you showing up on time? Are you keeping your word? All these things and stuff that's going to help them get out of poverty. But in the meantime, while you're training them, they're such in dire situations that they're like, please, 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 I need this. And they don't want to go ask somebody. They want to ask somebody that they're working for because they're like, okay, give me an advance on my money, please, give me an advance. It's like, oh my God, it's just tough. But I can see why they would just get hopeless and say, okay, whoever man can give me $50, yes, I'll spend the night with you. Yes, I'll do that. And it's not because they want to. It's because they're like, I have to take care of this thing. And the ones that are in my life, I don't want them to get to that situation because I feel bad. Like, no, if you work for me, you shouldn't be in that situation. But the minimum wage is too little. $300 a month is just too little to survive off of. So even people that are working are in survival mode. Even though their parents might be working, they can't afford to take care of them. They can't afford to pay college. They can't afford all this stuff. And they know that education is what's going to get me out of this poverty. But education costs money. And so they're stuck in this thing. And then you see some people that are education, they're trying to get education, they'll go prostitute themselves. They're like, I'll prostitute myself for a year, save up the money, then I'll go to start a business or do that. And they end up stuck in this life. It's dangerous, it's violent, anyways. Sorry for the long video. Hit me up, let me know what your thoughts are. Peace.